In this episode, we're speaking about how to be a relatable storyteller. In other words, when and how do you release oxytocin to help your audience feel, oh, she gets me. She really gets me. Oxytocin is often described as the mirroring chemical. And when we tell stories, our oxytocin is going wild. People in the audience are relating to us. So many times when I'm coaching executives or possibly even leaders about how to be relatable, I often ask them, what kind of stories are you telling to release oxytocin in your direct reports or your audience or those that you manage or people in your company? And they're often like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? And what we're talking about is sometimes as leaders, some of the best ways to be relatable to the audience or to release oxytocin so that the audience feels like they're on the same level as you is to tell some failure stories. It's that simple. This past week, I was working in my home office and things were going along pretty good. And I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't keep going. It was one of those moments where I was what I call down the rabbit hole. And being down the rabbit hole is not fun. I'm sure we've all been there. And I watched way too much TV and I ate the wrong food and I didn't sleep very well. And I was just like, I'm just going to have to call it a day. And was there anything really horrible going on? No. It was just I wasn't feeling it. It was hard to motivate myself. It was hard to get going. As solopreneurs, as entrepreneurs, as team leaders, as people in the world of work, in relationships, families, we've all been there. We've all had moments when we just couldn't lift ourselves up. And so what did I do? I took a break. I put my feet up and I said, I'm going to call it a day because I'm not getting much done today. So my advice to you is when you're feeling like you just can't move on anymore, take a break, let yourself off the hook. It's okay not to be 100% on all the time. And if you do that, you're going to find that you are empathetic not only with yourself, when you share some of those moments that aren't so great, your audience is going to feel, maybe she or he is not so perfect after all. Maybe they're just like me. So that's the power of oxytocin. It lets the audience in. It lets the audience experience us as humans. And that's the power of story. In our next episode, we're going to delve into this idea of adrenaline, or how can you instill a call to action in your audience to motivate them to get unstuck.